to the Knicks.
Bring up your next comedian, guys. Very funny. Ready? Guys, this came down to, I called this kid up and I said, hey, and I say kid, he's young in the game. But for me, I called him and said, hey, I want you to come and record this. And I told him, when you show up, talk to the owners, talk to the producers. Why? Because as a Latino, I want to impulse you. I want you to do whatever the fuck you want to do, but I want you to get the stages. This kid wasn't supposed to be on stage tonight. He came, talked to the owners, and this another Latino helped another Latino opening up doors and making sure he gets a spot tonight, and that's what happened tonight. There was no money involved. It was just him showing up with the hopes of maybe getting on this fucking stage. Does that make sense? And maybe that doesn't mean shit to you, but this means big to this fucking guy that's coming up on stage. Ready? Give it up for Mario Reyes. Let him hear it.
All right, Upstairs Comedy Club, downtown Los Angeles. Let's hear it. All right, now let's hear it for our host, Richard. He is right. There is no money involved, but hold on, I gotta get a bad taste out of my mouth. Yeah, you ladies know what I'm talking about. My name is Mario Reyes, and if you guys have been listening to the news lately, that guy Luigi Mangione, that's not my brother. And all my life people said, hey Mario, where's Luigi? And I've never had an answer until recently. Well, the answer is, yeah, he's in federal prison for being a fucking hero. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's the CEO killer in New York. He killed the CEO guy. You know? Yeah. Well, we all know Luigi's gonna get the death row, right? We're pretty sure of that. I just hope that the government gives him that same opportunity that they gave the guy in South Carolina. Again, if you weren't watching the news, the guy was in South Carolina and he was on death row. And his only crime was killing his mother-in-law. And well, I've had a mother-in-law before, and I don't think it should be a crime for killing the bitch. So the government said to this man, listen, you have a choice. You can have a lethal injection, electric chair, or a firing squad. And he chose the firing squad, right? And that got me thinking, right, what would I choose? And I'm thinking, all right, I like what they do in the Middle East. So I'm going to choose to get stoned to death. But then I found out it involved rocks and not marijuana. I was like, fuck that. Keep your rocks. You know, I got to say, I am a single man. I really am single. I love the bigger women. I know we have a few out there because I can hear them breathing. Do we have any couples out there? We have a couple right here in front of us, right? Halloween's coming up, right? A couple of weeks from now, Halloween. As a single man, I can't do that whole couples thing. You know, we're like, he's peanut butter and I'm jelly. Fucking losers. Hulk Hogan died this year, so I figured I'm going to do zombie Hulk Hogan. Right? But Hulk Hogan was always in baby oil, and I can't find any baby oil thanks to the feds and P. Diddy. So, yeah, there goes that one. So, I decided I'm going to be like John Cena so no one can see me. But if y'all don't know, did y'all know that John Cena is the most requested wrestler for the Make-A-Wish Foundation? It's a true story I just made up. And, yeah, so they say that it's a 2-year waiting list for people to meet John Cena. And I figured by that rate, these kids are going to meet The Undertaker first. Right? And then it got me thinking, do you ever think John Cena walks up to those kids in the Make-A-Wish Foundation and he's like, you can't see me! And they're fucking blind. Right? That's a big mistake on that one. Like I said, I am single, ladies and gentlemen. I have tried every dating app out there. I have tried Tinder. I have tried Bumble. I have tried Grindr. Don't try Grindr. Yeah, Grindr turned out to be a big pain in the ass. Yeah, I never found a real girl on Grindr, just a bunch of fat dudes with dicks and tits and Tony Hinchcliffe. This is true. But I'll tell you guys one thing. I've given up on all the dating apps, and I'm going to start looking in the female prisons for my next girlfriend. And I'll tell you why. Have you guys heard about the girl Gypsy Rose? She was that retard bitch who went to jail a few years ago for killing her mom. Well, she got out of jail. She's not retarded anymore. Well, she's kind of retarded. I saw her social media. Just, her tits aren't retarded, so don't judge me on that, all right? I'll fuck a retarded bitch. Seriously, I was watching Love on the Spectrum the other day and some hot-ass chicks on there. Another thing, I figured because Gypsy Rose, when she was in prison, when she got out, she got with the real-life Peter Griffin lookalike. And she said, oh, I got the fire D, and she got knocked up. Well, Well, she just had a baby, and I gotta say to Gypsy Rose, congratulations on the baby, and I really hope that baby continues the family tradition. Yeah, of killing the mom. Yeah. We can get some dark humor. Downtown LA, do we like dark humor?
Yeah.
Alright, before I get into some dark humor, I gotta ask, are we Trump fans or are we not Trump fans?
Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump and fuck
Donald
ICE.
Trump.
Right, because my last name is Reyes, and when I get pulled over by ICE, they see Reyes, and they're like, ah, you're one of the natural ones. Shit, and they let me go. But I'll tell you guys this, and I'm going to do some dark humor. Last year when Donald Trump got shot, we all learned that his hairpiece was made out of Kevlar. Is that bullshit? Bounce right off. I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk is wishing he had a bulletproof neck brace right about now. And it got me thinking with Charlie Kirk. You know, what was his favorite song? Was it either Shot Through the Heart by Bon Jovi, or was it Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang Clan? Just still trying to figure this one out downtown LA. But what I did realize with Charlie Kirk, how do you make someone on the right lean left?
Shoot.
You shoot him in the neck.
Damn.
I've never seen a right person lean left quicker. A couple more things I got. Let's see. Does anybody remember Michael Jackson? The king of pop, right? Does anybody know that Farrah Fawcett is actually responsible for his death? Yeah, it's a true story I made up. We're going to push that tonight. Conspiracy theory is hashtag Farrah killed Michael. And the belief is that when Michael Jackson died, Farrah Fawcett died the same day. She actually died around 9 o'clock in the morning. And when she got to heaven, Jesus said to her, Farrah, you were such a good earthly soul. I'm going to grant you one wish. Well, Farrah didn't have to think hard about it. She said, Jesus, I just want all the children of the earth to be safe. No more child predators. Well, 2 hours later, Michael Jackson was dead, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the hashtag I made up, Farrah killed Michael. Another thing I want to mention, do we have any fans out there of the Howie Mandel podcast? It's called When a Stranger Calls. No, probably not. Anyway, I was a guest on this show recently, and the idea of When a Stranger Calls is we call strangers. So we're taping the Valentine's episode, and Howie says, Mario, you tell this old story on stage about your ex-wife, and I want to know if it's true, so let's call your ex-wife. And the story goes, before I got divorced, the last gift I ever gave my ex-wife was a pair of hiking sticks. And when I handed them to her, she said, why? And I said, well, it's because I want you to take a hike, bitch. Well, we go on this podcast, and Howie asks her, and she admits to it, right? But then Howie says, well, is there anything embarrassing you know about Mario? And she says, yeah. She brought up the time I asked her to peg me. And I'll admit, I asked her to peg me once. Do you know what pegging is, sir, if you're in a white shirt? Well, that's where your lovely wife gets a strap on it and she fucks you with it. Okay? I'll admit I asked her for that once. That's not embarrassing. So what I did after that is I went to the swap meet and I had hats made called Make Pegging Great Again. And I don't have it with me tonight because I sold out on my website, but you can go to my website and get Make Pegging Great Again hats. I made them just look like the MAGA hats because, again, Donald Trump likes to get pegged. Alright, so one last thing, ladies and gentlemen, I got the light. Before I go, I know I'm drinking water because I'm sober living tonight. Do we have anybody drinking tonight? Let's hold them up. Alright. Now, I asked that because one thing, not only do I do stand-up comedy, I have my own video production company. And I run around, I do a lot of music videos with, like recently I was working with Sublime, I did the Ensenada video. I work with Brian Head Welch from Korn. And I also work with a band called DGAF. D-G-A-F. Does anybody know what DGAF means? It is not don't give a fuck, sir. There's women and children in the room. Watch your fucking mouth. It's actually a Christian soccer organization. We're called Doing God a Favor. And if you don't buy that, I don't give a fuck. No, actually, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I asked you to hold your drinks up is DGAF has two meanings. One of them is, do not go away forever. And the most important is, don't get another felony. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario Reyes. You can find me on Instagram, 82. Upstairs Comedy Club, downtown LA. This has been fucking amazing. Richard Vila, thank you very much. Thank you guys.